Isn't it? No.
1 second. Hide video. Always enable mirror.
No, actually, I couldn't do it myself as well. I'm not seeing. I'm seeing you big and me on the corner.
Yeah, same here. Okay, I'm okay with that. We'll roll with that.
Yeah, me too. I don't know. It should be down there on the left corner, but yeah, we'll just roll with that.
What do I call you?
Oh, MrMAFAN. That's my name on the show.
MrMAFAN?
That's correct. You know Chinese MAFAN? That MAFAN? That's me.
MAFAN?
MAFAN. You know, like Kai MAFAN. That MAFAN.
I've never heard that term before.
Yeah. It's like annoying. It's trouble. It's problems. That's the name. My show is called the MAFANcrew. So of course, after a while, I became MrMAFAN.
Nice.
That's it. So, mic check.
Yes, sir. King of Stupid here. Mic check. MICCCZECH, as in the Republic. What's happening, ladies and gentlemen? All other genders, fenders, benders. I am the King of Stupid. What's happening? Talk to me, sir.
Exactly. So, it has been a lot going on, and your opinions are pretty strong on certain topics that actually are affecting us all at this point in life, right? Like the pandemic and everything related to it. A little bit of politics, of course, everything is related to politics. I normally do not talk much about politics in my show, but I regard this time as special. So I would like to hear what you have to say, why you are getting in trouble with this comment of yours. Like, YouTube doesn't like you, Facebook doesn't like you. What's going on, Mike? Tell us.
All right, my opinion. For everybody listening, watching, this is only my opinion. So, where should we start? Let's start with what I've learned through my time in the military, in the U.S. Army, what I've seen, done, and most importantly, what I have seen done after the military. Now, I was talking about the virus, which I have to kind of use terms that's going to keep me from getting in trouble.
Okay, sure, fair enough.
So, YouTube had sent me an email asking if I was feeling okay.
Like that.
Asking if I felt lonely or if I needed somebody to talk to. So, the American system basically says that we have freedom of speech, but what they're talking about is the government cannot reduce or limit your speech, but companies and corporations have really no limitations as long as you sign the contract. So of course nobody really reads the 30-page contract that lawyers set up. So I of course haven't read the contract, so I have been just basically producing the content and just putting it out there. You know, I thought, hey, what's gonna happen? You know, I'm just a stupid guy. I'm the king of stupid. I should be able to say just about anything, right? So then when and let me tell you, I don't know if you've gone through some of my videos. There's plenty of content that you should worry about me, and it's just me yelling into the screen and just saying crazy shit. That didn't get flagged. That they didn't say anything about. But when I'm just calmly walking down the river and just simply having a conversation with myself about the virus, they bring down the video within an hour, and then they sent me the email saying, hey, you know, if you're gonna hurt yourself, let us know, we'll help you.
Like, yeah, like the rest of your content doesn't even matter. I mean, you're okay, you seem okay. So once you touch this subject, boom. Right away. And then this is the part that baffles me, is with Facebook too. Now Facebook straight down just shut down my account.
doesn't give me any options of getting help or anything. It says your account is frozen, and I tried relogging on, I tried signing in the whole thing, nothing. Same email, same phone number, it's not going to let me on. So my problem is I don't know what I'm saying. I don't know what I'm doing wrong. I wish they had told me. I wish they can specify. All they do is they just send me an email saying you're violating the community agreement or whatever the contract is. Okay, so that's that. My opinion is that the American government said that they will not allow China to supersede us in global finances. Now, where are you from?
I'm from Mexico.
Oh, hey, now we're talking, man. Now we know what we're talking about. Okay. So,
yeah.
But you live in China, and your WeChat is from
correct, Berlin.
Berlin, yes. Okay, that kind of threw me off. So now we know what's happening. Okay. So,
yeah.
So
it's camouflage.
Yes. So sorry, lost my train of thought. Where were we at?
Yeah, we were saying that the American government is worried when you start talking about.
Okay,
issues.
So I forgot what the guy's name is, but he's one of the security. He's focused more on security than finances, okay? But he was the one that said America will not allow China to supersede us in finances. And then, maybe 6 months later, we get this virus in China that shuts down the entire Chinese economy. The entire Chinese economy, man. The world buys from China. How in the hell can they shut down the entire Chinese economy? That was intended to crush the Chinese infrastructure, the Chinese finances, the Chinese import, export. And it kind of did. It kind of did for a little bit. But who could have predicted that the president would not want to test?
Right.
So I can't imagine there was any plan put in place that says, you know what, once we get this ball rolling, that our main guy, he'll protect us, he'll do the right thing for us, but let the bad things happen to them. Instead, it's the complete opposite.
Yeah.
Our big guy, thinks the idea, and this is not his idea, this is an American idea. The American philosophy is, if I go to the doctor and the doctor tells me I'm sick, kill the doctor. Problem solved. If I kill the doctor that told me I have cancer, I don't have cancer anymore. This is the philosophy of the American mentality. Of course, we're talking about, the not so
clever part of it.
Yeah, I like to say simple, but sure, yeah, the not so clever ones. There.
Then, sorry to interrupt.
Good.
I actually talked about this like 2 months before, not actually, that was in February. Anyway, I was trying to also understand what was going on, and one of my theories is because I just laid them out, and I did not marry with any. I was just like suggesting and letting the people and the fans and the community to decide what to think, like to make their own opinion. But I was thinking like either it was the U.S. trying to stop them, which is what you are suggesting now, and the other one, what I was very Chinese government trying to pretend and prove probably some sort of biological weapon. That's what I said. That's what I imagined back then. But of course, why would I know?
Who do you think did it?
I'm more inclined actually to think about the Chinese themselves. Yeah. But your theory is also very much appealing. I mean, it is not out of this world. I would actually imagine it. I can picture it.
And this isn't something that I just imagine this is something that has happened. This is something we, America, have done several times before. We are perfectly okay with initiating any type of weaponry against anybody if we think it's for our benefit. So, and I have a lot of very, very American friends. I'm talking like white America, and their idea is like, yeah, just bomb them. Just whatever it is. Who? Over there? That's the problem? Bomb them. And I'm like, how is that beneficial? They're like, well, it's easier. And I'm like, it's easier just to murder people across the ocean? They're like, what are you going to do? This is the mentality, you know? So having had done that before, and then having the Secretary of, I think it's Defense, or not the financial guy, the guy who drops bombs, talking about financial stability, saying there's no way they're going to let China gain above America. Why would you say that? Why does that matter? Who cares who's in charge? As long as we're doing the right thing, as long as everybody's benefiting. Not for America. Not for America. In America, we will do anything to maintain our superiority, our financial stability.
Right.
The entire world trades on the U.S. money. The entire globe. Except, now, every country has to hold a reserve, American currency, except the U.S. banks. Do you understand what that means?
Yeah, that actually the money is not even in the U.S.
The American banks are not secure. The American banks do not hold any more reserve. They took that away, I think it was about like a year or so ago. And so everything is just based on faith and fucking electronic currency. That's all it is. Except the rest of the world has to hold our money, which is going to be fucking worth shit, right? Yeah. Because all we're doing is we're printing. I mean, we're printing billions and billions of dollars daily just to give to the banks to maintain the bullshit.
Yeah, yeah.
So
and that's actually part of the biggest scheme of things is that, for example, Iran is not willing to comply on this economic trade of the US dollar. That's part of the whole thing going on, like, let's go into Iran and give them freedom and whatnot. And that happened with Libya and North Korea, and that's the thing. And China also doesn't want to. China wants their renminbi to be actually used for trading and a global strong currency, right?
You cannot have a war without banking. You have to have a bank to support any and every war. You know about the World Banking Group?
Yeah.
Okay, so there is now, I think, 3 or maybe 4 independent banks left. Iran, North Korea, China, all enemies of America. We are, if you look at the map, sorry?
The ones, exactly, the enemies.
The enemies, yes. What makes them enemies? They have their own independent banking. They are not regulated by the World Banking Group. The World Banking Group, they're the ones that determine who's actually going to war, who has the money, who is going to be supported. Because let's say you have a shitload of money and you want to have a war with that guy, but you're part of the World Banking Group. The World Banking Group just has to freeze your account. That's it. That's it. The war stops instantly. Likewise, when there's like, if you look at China, all around China we have what we call a leash around China's neck. We're ready to go in. Every country, man, all the way around, we're there. We're ready. We're just waiting, and we keep pushing China. We keep pushing. We keep getting closer. We keep bringing our ships closer. We keep testing the boundaries. What's going to happen? What's going to happen? Because I know China's philosophy is we will not go to war unless we're invaded. What are we doing? Look, there's a boat right there. It's coming on our fucking shores. What do you guys want to do? Well, we haven't been invaded. Just wait, just wait. And in the Civil War in Hong Kong, hey, they're flying the American flag. Why would they do that? For freedom? Come on. We set up civil wars around the entire globe for our benefit, so that the big countries like the Baltics, they all get broken up into little pieces that we could destroy instantly. Mic check, mic check. I got no audio on you. Okay.
There you go. I lost you in Hong Kong. Sorry, the audio.
What timing, huh? What timing?
What the fuck is going on here?
My man.
The sun is coming through my window right now.
It's happening, man. It's happening. And I was talking to a friend of mine that I went to war with, and we were doing an interview, and a particular time that a certain thing was going to be said, boom, video, audio, gone.
Seriously?
What happened? What happened? I mean, it happened once, okay. It happens twice, 3 times, 4 times, 5 times, come on.
You just said about Hong Kong and suddenly the audio went away, went off, boom. What? Damn. Come again, what the fuck? Say that again.
My man, nobody knows shit, and then the people who know shit are silenced. And then you get a letter, hey, there's something wrong with you. Do you need help? Let's get you help. Once they set up that pattern, once they show that, look, we can't silence this person because he's not talking about violence, and we can't do anything with this person. We have to show that there's something wrong with that person. And that's where you get the mental emails like, hey, you know, you need help. We're here for you. We'll help you. Really?
Exactly. Yeah. It has happened so many times. I mean, like, it's actually ridiculous how people do not believe that. It is a fucking reality. They make people think that you're fucking crazy, so that whatever you say is bullshit, when it's actually not. I mean, right?
Absolutely, man. Absolutely. They can't just go out and destroy people anymore. You know, it used to be easy when it was just paper to take somebody out, to take all their paperwork away. But now everything's digital, and now everybody's everywhere. Especially us, we're on internet, we're everywhere. Everything is being copied, streamed. China's got a copy of this. America's got a copy of this. We're communicating internationally. Boom. There's no way anybody's hiding anything anymore. Freedom and privacy is dead. There is no more such things. Pretty soon we'll connect our neural nets, which for me, I'm dying to do. Put a computer inside my chip, my head, and that's it. Everything will be, our feelings, our thoughts, our instinctive thoughts will be shared globally. That's when we're going to catch the truly bad people.
Next step in technology. I don't know when.
I hope so, man.
Blockchain, man. I think, in my opinion, the next step is blockchain. But anyway, we're going there.
Well, blockchain's already in place. Yeah, they might use the blockchain technology for the communications or the connections, but the actual neural connection, a computer chip inside your brain, is already done. It's already in place. A scientist did this with his wife, and we're talking about maybe 5 years ago. It was in, I think it was Wire Technology, or it was one of the computer magazines. And the guy put a chip in his brain, connected it out, wire into the computer to the internet to another computer, and then the wire to his wife's brain. And he moved his...
Transcendence. The movie of Johnny Depp. That's it.
Yeah, that's where we're headed. But I mean, it's already in place to where the communication between brains through machinery is already in place. It's already there. Yeah. So they're taking us out, man. They're taking us out.
They're fucking doing it.
So
okay, let's go back to this part. Okay, then the U.S. is trying to stop China. That's clear for everyone. If somebody says otherwise, then they're just plainly stupid, because that's what they are trying to do. That is clear to me. Now, what is the next step? What happened then? Then with the Hong Kong, because to me that also the Hong Kong movement also plays a very important role in the whole this scheme of things right now, for sure.
Including Taiwan.
Yeah.
So this is how we do it. We go in, we start putting little fires here, little fire there. Civil war. Hey, you know, you guys have the right for your independence. Hey, you know, your country is coming after you. We're freedom. America's freedom. Let's give you the freedom. That's it. Yeah. Civil war. China is different, man. China is different. China is not stupid. China's been around a long, long time, man. The Chinese country, the Chinese people, they've been through a lot of civil wars, a lot of violence. They're done. They just want to move forward now. They don't want anything war related. But what are you going to do when the war comes to your door? What are you going to do when the fucking warship from 3,000-4,000 miles away is knocking on your door? What are you going to do?
Right.
So China is starting to build up their military.
Yeah, they're doing it.
They're doing exactly what they have to do, which means, hey, look, China's building a military. We need a bigger military now.
Would you say that's the second Cold War right now? Are we going towards it?
I'm not sure exactly the definition of Cold War, but America's become way better than what we used to do. It used to be where there's a Cold War, and we're still in a couple of Cold Wars, and there's negotiations back and forth, but America's technology, America's practices before has been getting so much better to where we're not even doing nothing. Hey, we didn't do that. Our ships are there because of international laws. Hey, we're supposed to be there. You guys are messing with us. So we're not even going to the Cold War. We're going straight to just burning everything up from the inside, and then we'll come in and save you. America's the savior. We burn your house down, or we'll send some people to burn your house down, but then we'll come and put the fire out and show you, look, we're heroes. Look, see how great we did? Oh, by the way, now we own your banking system and any oil that's under your country.
Yeah, that's right. That's true. Yeah, by the way, we own it. I love that. Exactly.
And it's a sick reality, man. It's a sick reality.
Yeah.
But this is the mentality of America. It's the American culture. The philosophy of America is like, hey, I don't care. Okay, some of your people die, some of my people die. Oh, life is the most important thing in the world, blah, 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 blah. Oh, wait a minute. You have independent banking? I don't think so.
We don't like that.
It used to be 7. It used to be 7 independent banks. Now there's only 3 or 4 left.
Yeah, Iraq was one of them as well. Of course, the whole thing.
Absolutely, man. Absolutely. Weapons of mass destructions. We got to go save the world.
They just left when the U.S. came in. They were so scared, they just left.
And now the enemy is invisible. Go home and hide. Go home and hide. But wait a minute. All the doctors saying if you're indoors, the virus spreads more. Virus spreads faster if it's indoors. So why would you want to stay indoors? Joe Rogan had a doctor on that was talking about how things aren't really making sense. That if you really look at the genetics of the virus, it's obvious it was lab made. It was genetically modified to do whatever its intention was.
Yeah.
So outside is safer, especially in the sun, especially in the heat. Outside is safer. They closed the beaches. They closed the beaches. They closed the parks. They closed the dog park. They closed everything. Everything. Why would you want to close something that people are naturally farther from each other, like the beach or the parks? You know, you're not going to play right next door, next to the person. Your family's here, their family's there, and maybe the kids might play. The masks. Cover your face, cover your mask. The enemy is here. It's invisible. We can save you. Go home and hide. Wear a mask all the time. Okay. As a medic, I was a combat medic in the Army. As a medic, sure, we wore masks all the time. But we dispose those masks. Those cheap ones are meant to be worn for a very short amount of time, and then you dispose of it and get a new one. That's what you're supposed to do. So if you are wearing the same mask over and over again, which everybody is, who's going to go out and buy 10,000 masks, right? then what you're actually doing is you're using something that causes the moisture in the fabric catches the thing is on the outside. When it catches it, then you're inhaling what the moisture on your mask caught. Fabric,
the virus, bacteria, and everything else.
Everything. The fabric masks that they're just putting over each other is actually even worse. That doesn't protect you. It actually gets moist really quick, and then you're wearing it inside, outside, wherever you're going. You're transferring the outside air to the inside, and the inside air to the outside, and you're a carrier. You become the carrier.
Yes.
This is everything that we're supposed to be doing goes against everything that would kill the virus. Why? Vitamin D. This is something Joe Rogan talked about. I haven't done any research on it, but essentially they're not telling us to do anything to protect ourselves other than the lies, which is stay home and wear a mask. Wash your hands. I went to the gym. My gym closed down the showers, but they left the hand washing area. Why would they close the showers? The showers is where you go to bathe off, to wash off anything. Same with the hands. Why would they do that? It doesn't make sense. Everything goes against the entire philosophy of actually protecting yourself. They don't talk about how exercise helps. They don't talk about how your mood helps. They don't talk about what vitamins you could take to better your immune system. They don't talk about the immune system at all. Hey, you're sick? Go to the hospital. We'll put you on the ventilator. Ventilators are actually causing people to die.
Really?
The ventilators, when they're on the ventilators, it's taking over what their body is doing, and their body is just shutting off. So there is no more struggle, and then they're not making it. I don't know the exact numbers. I didn't do too much research. As you can tell, my system's already has little bugs when I start touching certain things. So I have to not touch certain things at a certain time. You know what I mean? And of course, now I know that you know that it's there. It's in our system. But you know, when you talk to normal people and you go, "Oh yeah, you know, I was doing a podcast, and just when I mentioned Hong Kong, the system shut down. That we don't have audio." They're gonna be like, "Ah, come on, man. That's just your system. That's just the internet."
Yeah.
People don't want to know. You said people can't know or don't understand. They don't want to know. People want directions. They want to believe it, and they want to just go with it. Just tell me what to do. Please, just tell me what to do. I want to go home. I want to eat. I want to sleep.
Tell me. Yeah.
Everybody just wants directions. Everybody wants somebody to just say, "Hey, you know what? Just wear a mask." Okay, I'll wear a mask.
Now, all this related to the precautions that worldwide are suggested by many people, medics and doctors and scientists and whatever and whatnot. What you're saying is pretty much contradicting that. I've heard that before. I'm really open to every theory out there. Like I'm not just playing with one side and saying like no, it should be the mask all the time. Like when I hear something different, it's like, okay, tell me why, tell me more, because it might be true. I mean, I don't have to believe what one person tells me or one government tells me. So it is really very interesting what you're saying. It supports some other people claiming that, but going a little bit back to what got you in trouble, was it these claims of hey, people, they are just trying to manipulate us and control us by doing that, what got you in trouble, or a little bit more when you started talking about the money? Because it's something very similar. Sorry, I finished my question, but this is very, very much into the topic. It's a crucial example. Drug dealers in Mexico and everywhere in the world, when they want to deal with them, when they want to combat them, they go with guns and killing them and whatnot. That's not the answer. Go after their money. That's the thing. But they do not go after the money because the money goes for everyone. Probably that's what gets you in trouble when you start talking about the money, right?
I'm gonna say no because I have mentioned the World Banking Group before. What has gotten me in trouble? I don't know, man. I really don't know, because my videos are not short. You know, they're 20 minutes of just talking, and they don't say what part of the video is causing the trigger. They don't give specifics whatsoever. And when I was talking about the virus, I was, let me see, how can I say this? I was suggesting that it was laboratory made. Okay, it was genetically modified. Now we know this. Now it's already out. So I'm not the only one saying this, but it was obvious.
No, you're not the first one. You're not the only one. And I've seen other channels going on. I mean, like, you know, why you?
Why me, indeed? And look, I don't have many followers, man. I have maybe 2 or 8 followers on my YouTube. I have, like, you know, maybe 3 on my podcast. I'm not popular, man. I'm not anything that should trigger anything other than some laughs or some bullshit. Why me? What did I say? I don't know. I suggested that it was genetically modified. It comes out later that it's genetically modified. I suggested that maybe it was deployed by a certain group, and maybe that's what triggered it. I don't know, but
like me myself, I suggested that. Like I'm telling you, and my video was seen, like, I don't know, it's like a 40-minute video or 50-minute video, and I don't know, it has like not many views, but like 1,500 or something, and it was not demonetized, and it wasn't flagged and nothing. Like, I mean, I did not talk for long about that, but I did suggest that.
I have prior military connections. I have prior medical connections. I have a war deployment. I went back to Iraq. I was born in Iraq. I went back to Iraq with the U.S. Army. These things are not necessarily...
No, I mean, like, your background is the one that's discussing travel. No, not that background. Oh, that is brilliant, man. That is beautiful.
Oh, that was good.
Oh, I mean, like, your background is the one that's discussing discomforting people, probably, because they'll be like, this dude is one of us. Why is he now talking about this shit? He cannot be, you know, like, probably.
I have been labeled anti-American, anti-police, anti-government, and I'm not anti-anything, man. I just want to say my stupid shit. I'm the king of stupid. I'm not saying I'm anything brilliant. I wanted to be clearly known that I'm a stupid person saying stupid things. I'm asking you, smart people, simple questions. That's all I want to know. I'm just asking, why did they say this and then that happened? Why is it that, you know, we're openly threatening an entire country's economy just so they don't become better than us? How can you do that? What kind of person does that? When I see my neighbor gets a new car, I'm not gonna say, oh, you know, I gotta crash that car. I gotta hire somebody to go crash his car because he cannot get a better car than me.
Beat him up just because, yeah.
You know, it's not. But we're saying this. America openly says this to the entire world, openly, as when they have their conferences. They say we are not gonna let China supersede our fucking economical standing. How can you say that? How can you say that? How do you know that? What?
Yeah.
What's gonna happen? That, you know, what information do you have that says that's not gonna happen? Violence, baby, violence. That's what makes America the #1 country. It's just because we have no limit to our violence.
And that's actually a fact. I mean, the country has been built by war and violence, if you want to see it this way. Like, they annex the territory, they, you know, they go anywhere they want for resources through violence. I mean, that's a fact. Whatever name they want to put it, you know, like, oh, that's for freedom, oh, that's for democracy, oh, that's for shit, whatever. It's the way, it's the modus operandi of let's say the system, the country, I don't know. That's a reality.
You know that we have we still have slavery in America.
Yeah.
You know that, right?
Like legally? No. What do you mean?
The 13th
You mean
Amendment.
like
The
through
the 13th Amendment of the United States Constitution, that's supposed to be the highest law of the land, okay? The Constitution. The 13th Amendment of the federal Constitution says slavery is abolished except as punishment for crimes.
Oh, I was not aware of that.
So we have slavery today legally. Our government owns human beings, are in charge of human beings, and are laboring people outside of the minimum wage. In America, minimum wage, nobody legally can work under the minimum wage, except if you're a criminal, which makes you a slave.
I was going there when you suggested the slavery. I was gonna tell you, like, for example, illegal immigrants that work in the field that they earn like very little, or prisoners that have to work for nothing. And I was going there, but okay, it's in the Constitution.
So the immigration, the people who come over to work, they're doing it by choice, but the inmates, they don't have a choice. Now, now, of course, they sign paperwork that says I'm working out of my choice, but what they do is they put the people who don't want to work in the back, like they lock them up. They give them more difficult time. They give them extra time. They tell the inmates, hey, go fight this guy. He's not doing what we want. That's it. And what are you going to do if you're sitting in prison? What are you going to do? You'll work. Hey, it's 60 cents. I think it's about 60 cents on that they get paid an hour, and then from that they collect restitution.
Yeah. Wow.
So what is that, man? That's under the law. And now we got private prisons. The private prisons get to pick who they want, and they pick the young, the strong, the healthy, and the people who have a lot of time. And if you don't have too much time, and
they'll make sure you have some.
If the jails and prisons don't have a high enough population, the jail sues the city.
Oh.
They sue.
Seriously?
They sue the city. They sue the government to say, hey, we are not making enough money by not having enough inmates. Go and get more inmates or give us money.
Fuck.
And
that's gotta be wrong.
For who?
Yeah, exactly. Well, that's right. That's right. Yeah.
For who?
Somebody's making
a shitload of money. Man, the private prison industry is you right now can buy stock in a private prison and you will become a slave owner.
Damn. Literally. Yeah.
Legally, literally, you become a slave owner and you'll never have to touch the slave. Your servants, who everybody pays taxes, and everybody pays taxes, even the people across fucking oceans. If you're holding the US dollar, you're paying taxes on that US dollar. Everybody is paying to maintain the American slavery system. Everybody. You, me, everyone.
That's gonna make for a great video. Like my next video. I'm a slave owner. So what?
What are you gonna do?
And I'm gonna show my phone here where I bought my stocks here.
What are you gonna do? So the guy I was talking to that was in the war with me, he was a black guy. He's a black guy, right? And we were talking about the BLM, and we were talking about all these things. And I said, and I asked him, I said, is slavery okay? He goes, no, of course not. I said, are you sure? Because we have slavery. You're paying taxes. I pay taxes. That goes to the prisons who legally have slavery. So is slavery wrong?
Shit, man. I mean, going back a little bit to the relation or what we're trying to build up here, because we started with China and the U.S. and what they want to do with to each other. So talking about prisons as well here, like, it's unbelievable what you hear once in a while about what they do with them, with the inmates in the country, because there's a lot going on, like organs traffic and forced labor, and you name it as well. But here is like less and less is known because of the system, of course.
Yeah.
Right. There, at least in the U.S., like you said, it's everything out there. It's everything online. It's kind of hard to just cover it up. Whatever filters, whatever goes out, they're just gonna blame it on the messenger. Like, yeah, he's just fucking nuts. Don't listen to him, and trying to, because everything is about the narrative, so they just change it towards the person.
Oprah Winfrey did an entire series called The 13th, talking about how slavery is still legal. Oprah Winfrey. Everybody knows her. Nothing,
Yeah.
man. Nothing. You're 100% right. But here's the thing. I personally, like, I love Mexico, man. I used to have an apartment in Tijuana. Like, I love Mexico, man. I've been in Mexico easily over 100 times in my life.
Yeah.
In Mexico, I know that if a police officer stops me and I have some extra cash, some of that extra cash is just gonna... I know that. You know that. Everybody knows that. But in America, they say the police are sacred. They don't steal. They're not gonna rob you. They're not gonna take your money. So what they do is there's a thing called civil forfeiture. So if you get stopped and you have a lot of money on you, that's considered possibly a criminal act. We don't know, but why would you have so much money? Why isn't it in the bank? Blah, 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 blah. And so they take your money legally. They put it through the court system. The court system says, yeah, I think it was going to be used for drug use. So they keep your money.
Yeah.
Which one is worse? Is it worse for me to know that you're going to rob me? Or is it worse for me to believe that you robbing me was okay?
Right. Yeah. It still happens anyway.
It's legal. Hey, the court said it's okay. You're still robbing me. Yeah, but the court said it's okay. Yeah, but you're still robbing me. But the court said it's okay. What? How's that work?
And they just change the label. It's gonna go like forfeiture. That's it.
That's it, man.
It's
So
not robbery.
I am more scared about a system that justifies horrible acts against humanity than a system that says we're not gonna do this, but it's happening. I know I'm gonna get fucking robbed in Mexico by the police. I'm told that I'm not being robbed by the fucking American police. They've taken my cars, they've taken my motorcycles, they've literally fucking taken money. Who? What?
Yeah.
Who's the bad guy? Who's the bad guy?
So going down, look, it's 43 minutes, and I think the software is gonna stop at 40. Apparently recording, so I'm afraid it could just cut it if we keep going. So what we can do is stop this one, check it, and then just go for the second part.
That sounds
and then
perfect.
We can actually post half and half if you want. That could work too.
That sounds perfect.
All right.
Oh, I've been recording, so I'm good on my end.
Oh, okay, great. So I'm gonna stop this one, send you another email, and then we join for the second part.
Excellent.
See you in a minute. Man.
All right, man. We're just pausing here. Let me just pause all this stuff. Hey y'all, I'm gonna make this a what up? I'm gonna make this half and half on the video and the audio. All right, ladies and gentlemen, all other genders, fenders, benders, I am Mike Check. This is #360 Stupid.